Hello everyone, this is Blanquiza and welcome to this video. In this video, I will be sharing you the tips on how to handle stress inside a workplace. So if you are working and you're a little bit experiencing a lot of stress today, then this video fits for you. Stress is affecting millions of Filipinos and people in the world today. One of the most common stress is that related to one's career and workplace. Worries about whether or not people will be able to keep their job, or health insurance, or even keep their homes plays a large role in stress, and the possibility of losing a job is very scary. So this is one of the very reasons that most of the people today retired or resign on their jobs. It is because of their stress and the risk factors it affects in their workplace. So here are some of the strategies and some of the tips that I can give to all of you to how to effectively handle stress inside the workplace. The first strategy is put it in perspective. Jobs are disposable. Friends, families, and health is not. If a person's employer expects too much of him and it's starting to take its toll on him, start looking for a new job or new employer. This means that if you are getting exhausted on your job, if you experience a lot of exhaustion, if you feel a lot of tiredness, a lot of negative things inside your workplace, or your employer is demanding excessively in terms of your work or your job inside an organization, then it's time that you have to find another job or another employer, because in the very beginning you are working for yourself, you are working for your family or whatsoever that you're supporting to, and not because you're working for them only. So all you have to think is your health, your family, and your friends. If this job requires a lot of things and it makes you exhausted all the time, the simple thing is you have to do, and you have to resign from that job or look for another employer. Because if you were going to continue or stay in that kind of situation, then the more days or the more months that you'll encounter will be more of stress. The second strategy is modify one's job situation. If a person really likes his employer, but the job has become too stressful or too boring, ask about tailoring the job to one's skills. So if your job is kind of boring or it's kind of stressful, then you're not comfortable of working because of that kind of background, then you have to ask your employer to realign your job into your skills, your hobbies, and your wants. Because in that way, you can be able to perform effectively and you will be motivated every day. Kasi at some point of our life, we will be more productive if the person or the people or the background of our work environment is complementing into our skills and abilities. That's the right time, and that's the perfect timing, that's the perfect thing that our productivity will be more of success, because there are no negative things, there are no stressful things and stuff, because you are being surrounded with this kind of situation where you complemented to each other. So it's very important that your surrounding or your background should be complementing with your skills. So if you are experiencing these difficulties or hardships in this kind of situation or within your job or within your workplace, then you have to tailor. What it means is you have to realign yourself or the work itself to your skills and hobbies so that you can be able to be productive. Third strategy is get time away. If a person feels the stress building, take a break. Walk away from the situation, perhaps walking around the block, sitting on a park bench, or taking a little meditative time. So if you are experiencing a lot of stress inside your workplace, it is very important. The significance of giving time to yourself really plays a vital role in the stress or in the environment of your workplace. If you experience this kind of negative stuff or feelings or emotions inside your workplace, your organization, or the job that you're into, it's very important at the same time that we should give also time for ourselves to take a break. You can either go to your friends, talk to your friends, or you can either have time for yourself, like buy something for yourself like this, eat, go out, hang out, travel, and those some sort of things really help, because it's some kind of energizing. It is some kind of a thing that makes yourself more into yourself, because the more you engage into yourself, the more you build confidence, the more you build self-esteem that you can be able to use inside your workplace. So if you're tired, and if you are a lot of stressful a lot of things that happen that seems to be stressful inside the workplace, then you have to give time to yourself to go away, go out from your office, or go to your specific favorite place and have time for yourself. Re-energize rather, and build yourself for once in your life so that you can be able to be productive back in your job. So the fourth strategy is fight through the clutter. Taking time to organization one's desk or workspace can help ease the sense of losing control that comes from too much clutter. So have we observed sometimes that if we are inside our office and the office seems to be so messy, a lot of things is being disorganized, these things is there, and everywhere, it's scattered everywhere. It is very a kind of a feeling that you are not motivated to work, right? Because there are lots of, because visually we cannot be motivated because our sight, we are being distracted by these disorganized things. So that is one of the causes, or the things that causes rather you for stress. So that's the time na stress is being built because of this not visually problem, but visual problems, not visual problems of yourself, but the problem of that you see visually. So it's very important that the organization has to implement the organized office, a clean office, a well-ventilated office, an office where it is conducive for working. If we have conducive for learning, we can also have an office that is conducive for working. So it's very important to organize your things on your desk, or to clean your desk, to clean the whole office, so that your eyes will be looking in all edge of your office like there's no problem. There seems to be no messy things, that everyone is complimenting the vibrance, that the ambience of your office will be so good that you will be able to make yourself, I am motivated to work today because everything is clean and everything is beautiful in your sight. So that's one of the things also that can give you a motivation, that the office will be clean and there's so many things around. Fifth strategy is to talk it out. Sometimes the best stress reducer is simply sharing one's stress with someone else. The act of talking it out and getting support and empathy from someone else is often an excellent way of blowing off steam and reducing stress. So this is one of the things I do rather. If I feel that I am stressed, if I feel that I can handle it on my own, I usually go to my friends, I usually talk to them, I usually let these feelings out from me, so that I can lessen the burdens inside my heart or inside me, because I want it to be free. I don't want myself to be inside this kind of room where I feel like I'm lonely, I feel like I have no one else to go to. That's why I wanted to go to my friends and let it out. So same as to working, same as to inside a workplace. If you are stressed inside a workplace, if you can't handle that stress within yourself, then you have to go out and talk to your friends, so that you can be able to lessen up the burdens inside you. Because the more stressful you are inside an organization, inside your job, inside your work, then you cannot be as productive as it is required to be. Because you are being stretched out, or you are being stopped by the stress itself. So if you want it to be productive inside your workplace, then go out and let it out. If your stress is ruining you or destroying yourself, then you have to let it out and throw it away and let it go away. So that's the best thing that you can do if you're stressed. Just talk it out. Go to your friends, talk to them, and just let it out. Strategy is cultivate allies at work. Just having one or more co-workers who are willing to assist in times of stress will reduce one's stress level. So at some point, we are thinking that, am I going to have friends inside this work? Am I going to have someone that is going to be close to me inside this job? So those are one of the questions that we are worrying about if we are about to enter into a specific organization. But the more you engage the people, the more you have connections to people, the more you communicate to people, the more that you have connection. So that's the right time that if you are inside a workplace, you have to be friendly. because at some point we experience stress. So if we have friends, if we are close to our coworkers, then we are creating allies for ourselves, because the more we are stressed, the more we need them. The more we need them. Back to the fifth strategy, or just talk it out. These allies that you found inside a workplace could be your friends, and they can be able to help you ease their stress, ease the pain, or relieve the stress within you, because you're able to talk it out, as what has been stated in the fifth strategy, and you can be able to regain strength, re-energize, and that's the right time that you can be able to be confident enough to go back in your work. So number 6, cultivate allies at work, and that's the one of the strategy. You have to have friends so that you can have someone with you whenever you are stressed out. So the 7th strategy is find humor in the situation. When a person or the people around him start taking things too seriously, find a way to break through with a laughter. So as what they believe, as what they say, laughter is the best medicine. So it is also applicable when you are stressed inside an organization or inside a workplace. Because if you are too serious in a workplace, you tend to think that I have to submit these things on time, I have to submit these documents on time, I have to make this one, this and that will open the gateway to stress. So you'll get a lot more stress. You will be going to be stressed out if you get too focused into your job. So if you're into that kind of setup, then you have to find humor. I mean, like, not really literally like you have to laugh, but what it also means is you have to lighten up the situation. So you have to go out, as what has been stated in the 3rd strategy, get time away. So you have to go out from this kind of situation, stressful situation, have time for yourself, and in every situation, as what I always believe, and my mantra is that in every situation, whether bad or good, always look into the bright side. So in this kind of situation, if you're stressed out, exhausted, and everything is surrounding you with a stressful manner, then you have to make things lighter. So it's all up to you. It's we can already understand the point of finding humor in this kind of situation. Now we are here on the 8th strategy of how to accomplish or how to handle stress. So it is have realistic expectations. So having unrealistic expectation for what one can accomplish sets up for failure and increased stress. So I believe that we can already understand the thought, right? Na if we're expecting a thing na hindi naman totoo, of course, if that happens na, o kung mangyayari na yon, and you're expecting na ganito yung mangyari pero hindi ganito yung nangyari, it turns out that the thing you expected did not happen, of course, it will cause stress for you. Ang magbibigay sa'yo doon is stress na you cannot contain because you expect this kind of thing and the result is not this kind of thing. So it will cause pain, it will cause stress. At the same time, it will make you feel discouraged and your self-esteem will be low. So to avoid these things, para ma-avoid natin yung mga bagay na yon, we have to think of things na realistic. We should expect things na realistic. Of course, para realistic din, para totoo din yun mangyayari or totoo din yung expectation na mangyayari sa iyo. So for us to be able to be expect things na mangyari, so we should expect realistic things. So I believe na we can already understand naman na we should expect realistic things so that we can avoid stress. So the 9th strategy, nobody is perfect. It is very true naman na nobody is perfect. So if a person is one of these types that obsess over every detail and micromanage to make sure everything is perfect, he needs to stop. Change his motto to performing his best and leave perfection to the gods. So if you're this kind of person na you want all things to be perfect, perfectionist kumbaga, diba, as what they said. So if you're that kind of person na you want everything to be this detailed, you want everything to be this, dapat ganito ang result, dapat ganito ganyan, dapat walang imperfections, dapat ganito, and everything should be perfect, then you should stop. No, it is the strategy nga, you should stop because the very fact na nobody is perfect can stand alone, diba? So we should not expect na everything will be perfect. Because kahit na gaano ka-perfect ang isang tao, meron pa rin kapintasan. Kahit gaano ka kagwapo, kapogi, kaganda, meron ka pa rin kapintasan. So, same as to our work, same as to our job, same as to the work environment, meron ka pa rin kapintasan. So, if you have this kind of motto, if you have this kind of mindset, that everything should be perfect, then better stop that. You have to change your mindset, your motto into something that you just have to do your best regardless if it's perfect or not. Ganun lang. Para ma-avoid natin, because the more you tend to be so perfect all the time, the more you tend to be like that, and the result is not ideal to what you expect, then of course, it will open the gateway to another stress. So, para ma-avoid natin lahat yun, so better be not too perfect. Better be not to expect perfect things. Ganun lang. To the last strategy that I can give you, and this is maintain a positive attitude. Negativism sucks the energy and motivation out of any situation, so avoid it whenever possible. So if you wanted to be successful, productive sa iyong workplace, you have to maintain positive attitude, because the very beginning of a good personality starts with yourself, deep within. So kung gusto mo na you are going to establish good relationship with each other, with the bosses, employers, and everyone, co-workers inside an organization, you have to maintain positive attitude. Like, you have to be kind, you have to be a person who is genuinely having the sense of sharing. You have to be that kind of person na hindi mo magalit. You can manage your temper, mga ganon, all positive attributes of a person. Dapat you have to possess. Hindi naman like all, pero mostly dapat sana, meron tayong ganon na sense sa buhay natin, or as an individual, as a person, as a worker inside an organization. Diba? So we should maintain this one, because negativism, as what I said, if you are negative and you are being surrounded with negative thoughts and stuff, of course, it will suck out. It will get the energy of positivity, it will get the energy of productivity, lahat ng positive attributes. Kung meron kang negativism, if you are negative, lahat yun kukunin ng pagka-negative mo. And you tend to be not so productive, at hindi ka na gaano maganda mag-work because you are being negative. So for us to avoid na pagiging negative, kasi nakaka-cause din yun ng stress. So that's what we are all talking about the whole video today na about stress. So if you are a person na surrounded with negativism, so it will reflect to your job, it will reflect to your performance, na magkakaroon, that will give way sa pagiging stress, na we expected this kind of result, realistic result, pero hindi magiging ganito because you are being negative. So para everything will be okay, it will suit your personality, of course. Ito na yung pinakalas, no? Positive attitude. So before talaga mag-start ang organization or ang pagtatrabaho natin sa isang organization, dapat talaga we should compose ourselves in terms of our attitude. Kasi we cannot be able to be effective in our chosen track or career if we are not also effective as a person, and it requires positive attitude. And I wish that all of you were able to get a lot of ideas from this video, and I was able to give you the strategies and things na nagre-remind na sa inyo, or I was able to remind you of how to cope up with stress. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that I was able to help you all. Thank you so much, and bye!